Hi, friends. Welcome. Here is your little recording. I apologize. Let me toggle around. I am not good with computers. I'm better than some, though, right? So, I wanted to make you a little recording about the water spiral. And so, welcome to the water spiral. So, let's just take 3 cleansing breaths together in community as a whole, as a circle. Take a nice breath in through the nose, and out through the mouth. Another beautiful cleansing breath in and out. Another beautiful breath in. Just letting the breath begin to fall, to rest in the higher heart, the heart space at the center of the chest. Just coming back to the here and the now, the present moment. Drawing your energies inward, coming home. And as we breathe in, we imagine the sacred one, the sacred ancient grandmother tree that cradles and holds all of creation. Her canopy is a safe haven that touches the heavens and beyond. A space, a sanctuary of protection. Our trunk breathes life as we breathe through her. Her roots run deep, anchoring, grounding us into all that is. As we breathe into her, we begin to settle into her as she holds us and welcomes us into sacred space. And take another breath in, just breathe, just be. And you can continue to sit with that beauty of the breath, slowly breathing in and out as we talk about the mind energies of the day. Where are we? What month are we in? We are in July, and it's full moon. Oh my goodness, full moon energy. Okay, so we are, oh, that's not, okay, we are, oh, oof, oof, I like these energies. Okay. Just bear with me while I figure this out. So June would have been okay. So we work with the Mayan energy. We work with Mayan cosmology. The wisdom and the lineage that I've been trained in is of the Siberian shore shamans that, oh, I can't even pronounce it right. And my lineage, my bloodline is of the Siberian tradition and so much more, not just that. Um, and then we also study our lineage, is also with our lineage of teachings is also with the Mayan elders of South America. So the Siberian shore shamans and the Mayan tradition. So the Mayan tradition and so much more beyond that because of my different areas of training and study and my different bloodlines that move through me. So we follow Mayan cosmology. And why do we do this? Because it resonates with me and it makes sense. But the reason why we follow Mayan cosmology is because it helps us to understand the language of nature. It helps us to understand the language of the cosmos and the stars on an earthly, grounded, anchored way. It helps us to understand what is going on outside of us is actually going on within us. It shows us that all of creation is a great reflection of the truth and the reality that flows within us. This is an ancient way of communicating with the stars and with the earth. And it helps to show us our direct connection to nature, to the elements. So, what is happening within creation is happening within us. So, we're in the water spiral, and the water spiral is a time of the emotional waters that are flowing within us. So I'll tread very lightly on this, but our society as a whole is very emotional right now due to different things that are happening within the world, spiritual, political, you name it. So there are things that are happening with the water right now that are very traumatic. Um, so if you think about what is going on with us as a whole and with us within our society, the the way that the water is flowing right now is really speaking and showing us how we're doing as a whole. So I'm not going to get too much into that, but back on track and focus. Mayan cosmology. So that would be an example. Last year we had the droughts, so that was representing maybe we were suppressing our emotions. Maybe now we are overabundant in our emotions and we are lashing out, being hurtful, harmful, and negative. So I'll just keep it at that. So the Mayan cosmology is for approximately, it's circular, it's a spiral. And that's what a lot of these indigenous earth wisdom teachings believe, in the spirals, in the seasons, in the sacred medicine wheel of life, right? So it's not an exact start and it's not an exact ending. You can usually start to, as you become more privy of these energies, just like the full moon. Some of you may be very attuned to the full moon. Maybe you started to feel the full moon coming before today, before she made her arrival. The same with the Mayan cosmology. As you learn these different energies, you will start to feel them flowing for you before the official calendar day. They didn't believe in the Gregorian calendar that we follow. So it's not exact. It's more of like a feeling and what you're experiencing within the environment. So we have tricenas, and tricenas are approximately a 13-day wave of energy. Those 13 days, 13 days, because 13 days represent all that is completion and so much more. We could go on forever just about the number 13, but it's a 13-day wave theme. So for 13 days, there's a specific theme that carries our energy, and that would be and it's AJ. And that's a time of bringing harmony into the home and into our local community through balanced leadership. Oh, geez, Louise. I'm just thinking about my different things that I'm experiencing with leadership right now, what I don't like, what I do like. So I would say that this energy is spot on as usual. And there's so much more to it than just that. Let's go up to the big thingy, if I can find it. Okay, so represents the corn, the cane, the rising to the sunlight, the rising to the heavens, the rising to the stars. So how are we rising? How are our leaders rising? How are other people in our communities rising? I know, like for me personally, I've been witnessing like doing this, and that isn't helping the community. So what is your intent? What form are you taking so that the sacredness can then rise? It's a time of the home. It's a time of balance. It's a time of authority. A time of harmony. It's a time of home, balance, and harmony. It's the energy. What could be challenging is authority, like energies. And I know that's what I've been experiencing personally. It's a time to spend time at home and with your family. It's about our civic leadership and so much more. And we could go on forever about just that in general. And later down the road, we will do things where we do focus just on the energies a bit more. So today is the beautiful full moon, and it's also a 12 day. So tomorrow is our 13th day where this energy of awe is coming to its completion. So today is the beautiful energy of Khat, and that is the energy of gathering life's experiences so that we can collect abundance. So what I always think of Khat as the beautiful spider web or the nest. What are you gathering in your net? What are you gathering in your nest? What are you gathering in your web that will sustain, feed you, fuel you, nourish you, to help you to be thriving? I have to sneeze. Whew. Excuse me. And so within our net, we'll see the knots. So Khat is a time where we get to work out our knots. What is working for us? What isn't working for us? How can we support our web, our threads? Okay. Khat, Khat, Khat. Let's read more about Khat. Khat, Khat, Khat. Okay. Khat represents nets. It represents the entanglements of our life. It represents abundance as well. It represents the unraveling of problems. Is it time to loosen ties? Loosening the ties that bind us. It is also a time where we may face challenges. The Khat energy represents the earth. It is a very earth element energy. It represents the West, that which is ready to be surrendered to make way so that we can move forward, honoring our path and our authentic truth. This energy represents the lizard, so that automatically makes me think of the Amazon and the medicines of the Amazon. It represents the spider, and that automatically makes me think of grandmother. Oh, so much to say about that. The energies that are representative of today are brown, yellow, and beige. It is the medicine of the oceans, the waters. It is the energy of the jungles. Oh, it is the energy of our ribs and of our nervous system. So today is a 12th day. Today is a day of gentleness. It is a day of peace. It is a day of introspection. It is a day of teaching and learning. It is a powerful energy that ignites us because 12 is a spiritual catalyst. It is the energy of the group, the whole, the family, the community, and the collective whole. So we are also on this beautiful full moon energy. So I just took a screenshot about that. Excuse me, where is that? Where is it? My phone. Okay. This is a very powerful moon, aren't they all? It is a time of making everything in your life better. So everything's very amplified right now. It's a time to be very anchored and grounded. Um, this is a time to, is our buck moon. It represents male deers and the experience of great growth. the antlers begin to grow strong. So the antlers grow strong and they are our antennas. They are our spiritual antennas and connection to spirit. They help us to channel so that we can manifest, so that we can dream, so that our prayers are answered. The antlers are a symbol of power, the ability to travel to higher planes of existence and the connection to the natural world. This full moon shows us the power of nature. It burns away lower vibrational things and it brings major evolution and growth. And everything's just amplified, I feel. Okay. So then we're all here to learn about the water spiral, right? The water spiral is from approximately, because remember, there's no exact beginning and there's no exact ending to these things. Gosh, I hope this is recording. The water spiral begins in approximately July, August, and September. It is the flow and the unfolding. The water spiral opens us to the development to the water spiral opens you to the deep well of feelings and a fluid notion of self that will support you. The water spiral energy of the water is the guardian of the south and the color yellow. The south represents land of the good red road, the land of the summertime heat, the land of our first ancestor, grandfather fire, the land where the fruits of the vines and the trees ripen over the sun-filled days. From the south flows the ancestral river of our mothers, fathers, ancestors. We invite them to come and embrace us, to support us, to grant us their unconditional love as we travel the path of our lifetime. That is the medicine of the South and so much more. In the water spiral, we begin to deepen our fluidity and ability to evolve beyond fixed ego identity. The water spiral is about balance and fluidity. I cannot say that word. Flowing with our feelings and with the river of life, opening the heart and being compassionate without getting lost in our feelings. I'm sure you're really feeling right now with everything that's going on. I know I have been. After the spring yawning, the stretching, and the breathing into our stuck places, in order to expand, the water invites us to go deeper, to open our hearts and flow, explore and embody our feelings, yet in a balanced way, supported by the foundation of the breath and the earth element. This is also a time to appreciate the element of the earth's waters opening to the intelligence, spirit of the water within us and the earth. As we sow, it's important to understand the water spiral invites us to this, the threat to the earth's water and how our own state of being and consciousness can clean our inner water consciousness, as well as purify our external water bodies and our planet. So it's a time to send prayers to the waters. It's a time to do water blessings and water ceremonies. How do I do that? What do I do? Sit, meditate, take a few deep breaths. Ask Spirit, how shall I do this? How do I wish to do this? Let Spirit guide you and teach you. That's how I work. The seasonal time for those of us in the northern hemisphere is one of heat, high activity, and ripening growth. We are in the summer solstice energy. For those in the southern hemisphere, we are in the winter solstice energy. When the light promises to return as we dive deeply into our hidden places to tap the deep waters of feelings and richness. You may find an opportunity to thaw some of the waters that may feel frozen within us. I'm going to send you a few beautiful songs that really spoke to me, like a little playlist. And what I would invite you to do is to do light breathing, to breathe in and out, to breathe in from the heavens into the crown of your head, to gather up your worries, your fears, your troubles, your woes, to gather these up. And every time you breathe into the crown and you gather up that which no longer serves you. And you let it move through your body as your body fills with light. And you exhale and you hand it over to Mother Earth. So you continue to breathe into your crown, pull the energy down into your root, and you exhale, filling your body, every fiber of your being with light. And as you do that, if thoughts begin to bubble, to begin to rise up, you let them, see them, face them, look at them, fake them. Do not shut them up and shoo them away, and give yourself time. Be patient with your mind. Give your mind time to settle. Be kind and gentle with yourself. Don't force and rush. The more you continue to be kind and consistent with the breath, you'll slowly begin to drift off. It's okay if you fall asleep too. We're going into an altered consciousness. You're going into deep brain waves. So they're very similar to the dream state, to the theta brain waves, and the other ones that take you into that tasmic state that helps you to tap into the altered consciousness. So if your body begins to twinge, tickle, twinge, whatever, if your eyes begin to move rapidly, these are all indications that you're going into that altered consciousness. So be gentle and kind with yourself. And what you can do is you can focus on imagining a river of light that flows throughout your whole body, down your spine. And as it empties into the root, it connects to the earth and her sacred waters. As you do the light breathing and you begin to settle in and you begin to relax, begin to take the breath into the center of your chest. Begin to breathe in qualities of love. Begin to breathe in moments of awe, moments of joy and peace. And allow those beautiful pieces of remembrance to expand, and allow the breath to warm the heart so that you can begin to journey inward, providing protection and a safe space for your heart. I always like to imagine the higher heart as the hollow of a tree. And it grows bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and then I just go right in. Or maybe you'll imagine a light that gets clearer and clearer, brighter and brighter, or expands. And you allow the love of the heart to begin to ripple and vibrate through your body. When you feel called, when you feel ready, just let it all happen simultaneously. Simultaneously, is that the right word? Do I really want to use that one? I don't know, but just allow it to all happen organically. So we're setting the intentions just by giving you these directions. As the heart begins to open and soften, as the body and the mind begin to relax, you begin to invoke your sacred space. This is a space of power, of protection, of safety, and of nurturance. Nothing harmful resides within this space. It's a space within nature, and it lives within all of your being. And every piece, every aspect of this sacred landscape is a piece of you. It represents all that is you, and it expands and it grows and it runs deep. So begin to imagine a beautiful space within nature that you find peaceful and you find healing. And as you settle into this space, just allow yourself to feel, to hear, to taste, to sense all of the senses. Let them be ignited. Call upon your allies and your guides, your beloveds, whether you know them or not. Just ask them to be present there, all those of love and light and kindness, to be there to guide you, remembering that ultimately they are the highest versions of you. So as you begin to invoke your sacred space, just explore, listen to the sounds of nature, listen to the bird song of the forest that lives within you, and then see if you can hear the water. See if you can hear the song of the water, and begin to go to the sacred mother's blood. Follow the sound of the water. Go to the sacred waterways. And maybe in the waterways, you'll find sacred women, old indigenous women of the earth, old indigenous women of your bloodline, because we all came from indigenous people once. All of us come from those who lived of the earth at one point. We just may not know their stories or have any knowing of them. Go to the sacred women. They're waiting for them to bless you, to pray over you, to sing over you, to anoint you, to heal you, and allow them to bathe you in the sacred waterways, and allow yourself to float, to surrender, to be one with the waters, and enjoy your journey. Is that all I wanted to say to you? I think that was pretty much what I wanted to say. Water is medicine. As I receive this water and it flows through me, may it become medicine, dispelling all ills. May it become medicine, revealing the wisdom within and throughout. Allow the water within to flow and become free, thawing the emotions, releasing, letting go to flow, allowing the waters within to speak, offering you wisdom and guidance. Allow the healing and the song of the waters to seep into you. Thank you, water, for the gift of life. Thank you for the gift of water. We appreciate this water that you have given. Now the earth is dry and the trees are crying. Well, I don't think the earth is dry right now, but the trees are crying. Please accept our offering of this water. Please accept our apology for any harm done through wrong speech and action. So I would invite you then, after you go on this beautiful journey and this beautiful healing that you give to yourself, to go outside, to offer a prayer of healing to the sacred waters, and to continue to do this through a water spiral. And you do this so the people may live. You do this to help all of mankind and the waters within you. I think that's all I want to say. And feel free to share anything that you want to share. Enjoy your journey. Thank you, everyone. Okay, how do I stop this? I'll end.